It's not often that football and acting collide, but they did in the 1970s at the University of Tennessee for a Vols defensive end and theater major named Jon Burnett.
After college, Jon got his break in television forecasting the weather at a TV station in his hometown of Knoxville.
3 years later, he moved on to a station in Louisville, Kentucky for a few years before heading back to Tennessee for a job that would change the trajectory of Jon's career.
He landed a gig as the host of PM Magazine at WNGE in Nashville, which a year later brought him to Pittsburgh, KDKA, and Evening Magazine. And I love those pictures of how young Jon looked.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. It's so incredible what he's done here.
Well, now, after 42 years in television, Jon Burnett is retiring.
Yeah, and Stacy Smith recently sat down with Jon to reflect on his incredible career.
Evening Magazine.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Jon Burnett.
And I'm Liz Miles.
Pittsburgh first met Jon Burnett in 1982 when KDKA hired him as the new host of Evening Magazine, first with Liz Miles and then later Mary Robb Jackson.
It was incredible. I mean, I got to see the world.
And as evening goes to Ireland, I'll test drive the first sports car in Irish history. It's a ride you won't want to miss.
We were encouraged, Liz and I were, Mary Robb too, to do our own stories and feature ourselves in those stories.
One of Jon's favorites, Jeepers Jamboree.
This is where it all begins. Main Street in Georgetown, California. Believe it or not, it's 6 a.m. and most of these folks haven't slept a wink. They've been lined up here all night long, waiting for what they hope will be the ride of a lifetime.
We went out to Northern California and we're in the Sierras, high in the Sierras, and driving Jeeps over the roughest terrain I've ever seen or been on. Most of the ground we covered did not look like a road to me.
You took some risks on some of these stories.
Oh, I did. I broke my back. I thought I'd broken my ankle on one of my skydives, my jumps, where my main chute didn't open. And if I was ever going to panic in my entire life, that was it. And so I had to pull my reserve, which fortunately did open, and I landed hard.
You did a story on your parents' farm one time, didn't you?
Yeah.
Mama does more shaking than stirring when she cooks. But if Thomas Wolfe had ever tasted one of Nancy Burnett's breakfasts, he never would have left home. Fortunately, Ace is forever scheming to find ways to burn off the calories. There's always something that needs fixing on a farm.
One of the reasons I went down there to do it is because I knew it would connect with Pittsburghers. Even though many Pittsburghers couldn't relate to life on the farm and living out in the country like that, they identify with family strongly, and family is important here in western Pennsylvania, just like it is down there in eastern Tennessee.
3 years into his run on Evening Magazine, Jon began doing double duty.
I'm Patrice King Brown.
I'm Jon Burnett, and this is Pittsburgh Today.
When he was tapped as Patrice King Brown's new co-host on Pittsburgh Today.
In '85, John Wade left the station, and they asked me if I would come on board and be Patrice's co-host. And I said, absolutely. This gave me an opportunity to do more live TV. I was probably most at home on Pittsburgh Today.
But in 1990, Pittsburgh Today came to an end.
This is our final show, but boy, it's going to be a good one, and you're going to be glad you tuned in.
And in early 1991, Evening Magazine also signed off.
It's been a great ride.
It sure has. And now, for the last time, have a great evening, everybody.
Goodbye.
However, Jon still had a year on his contract, and it just so happened that at the same time, KDKA was in need of a new weatherman.
Jon Burnett is in the Weather Center where he's been tracking the storm. What's up now, Jon?
Well, fortunately, Patty, the good news is that for all except Westmoreland County, things are beginning to calm down.
For 28 years now, Jon has been a trusted member of the KDKA weather team, covering every shift, including, for many years, weekend mornings with Brenda Waters.
It's not going to rain during the Garth concert.
Well, that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Because he would come looking for you.
Well, so, you know, I wouldn't mind that.
If Garth came looking.
I'd like to meet the man.
And covering everything from snowstorms to floods to tornadoes. In fact, Jon won an Emmy for a series he did on tornadoes in the mid-90s.
Since tornadoes don't hit KD country nearly as frequently as the Midwest, many people here might not know how to react if they spotted a funnel cloud.
Fewer than 5 twisters are typically reported in a given year here in KD country. Of course, there are exceptions, And according to the expert forecasters here at AccuWeather, that relatively low number is no reason to get complacent.
Also, while you were doing the weather, lo and behold, a program comes back to life. Instead of just Pittsburgh Today, it became Pittsburgh Today
Pittsburgh
Live.
Today Live.
When Christine Sorensen took over as host of Pittsburgh Today Live in 2006, John became her sidekick.
We are talking about one of my favorite events of the year on today's show.
Yes, it's one of my favorite events, actually.
That's right. I just read your line, didn't I?
And for the next decade, John got a second chance to live out what he calls his Walter Mitty fantasies.
It was every bit as fun as it had been the first time I'd done it.
You're making me laugh.
I'm crying, I'm laughing so hard. I have been blessed to work not only on fun stories and fun events, but with fun people, great people. This has been my second family. I don't think I deserved it. I don't think I've been talented enough to be what I've been, where I've been, but I'm here and I've enjoyed every minute of the ride.